Credit card versus debit card, these are the differences with a guy who works in finance. According to a study done by Lexington Law, 32% of people don't know the difference between a debit card and a credit card. And even worse, 50% of people don't understand how either works. But they must not have polled my audience because you follow me and I've got you covered. Let's start with debit cards. Debit cards are linked directly to a checking account, so when you use a debit card to pay for something, the cash is taken directly from your account. This process is done almost instantly in most cases, so it's generally pretty easy to keep up with your expenses. There are some downsides though. Since the money coming out of your account is basically as good as cash, if somebody steals your debit card and buys a bunch of stuff with it, the liability largely falls on you. Which means banks are less likely to fight to get that money back, and you might have to just end up eating the loss. Credit cards, on the other hand, work entirely different. Credit cards use the bank's money to make a purchase, and then you have to pay the bank back for that purchase. So, if your credit card is stolen and someone uses it to buy a bunch of stuff, you have zero liability for those purchases, and the bank is going to fight hard to get their money back. Even if they aren't able to get it back, since you have zero liability, it's not your problem. The bank will not pursue you for that money. But, just like debit cards, there are caveats to using credit cards as well. Studies have shown that people spend more money when shopping with a credit card because the money doesn't feel real since it isn't immediately deducted from their account. Banks will also charge you interest for using their money and not paying back your entire statement balance. If you do pay back your statement balance, you won't be charged interest. Credit cards also help you build your credit score, which is 100% needed for anyone who is a millennial or younger. Anyone who says different doesn't understand how the world works anymore. But that's me getting off on a tangent. Those are the main differences. Follow for more.